this has been a huge opportunity as well as a disaster for companies like us. On the civil aerospace, the challenge was air travel literally collapsed in the last 6 to 8 months, globally. International domestic, flights literally were grounded. The entire revenue system got impacted, jobs got impacted, and it was a Herculean task to get our manufacturing facilities to be up and running during the lockdown as well. Now, this is where companies like us who are controlled by ITAR and who are controlled by restrictions from the government, because we are manufacturing defense equipment. The challenge is when you are not at site, how do you continue with your production? How do you continue with your manufacturing? And we are part of global supply chains wherein we supply to global OEMs like Boeing, the Lockheed Martins of the world, the Airbuses of the world. On one hand, we had the Chinese manufacturing, companies, our peer companies, and our own counterparts in China, where they were all up and running. China controlled COVID pretty quickly. Similarly, Singapore had not shut down. Manufacturing industry was functioning. On the other hand, facilities in Europe and America were also functioning. We were in the middle in India, and our factories were closed. And the challenge was we are also designing fifth generation aircrafts, cockpits. We are designing fifth generation aircrafts, engine designs, and those were all being done from Bangalore and Hyderabad from our design and engineering centers. And these people are highly equipped engineers who are working at our site. Now they had to be moved out of site. They had to be made operational off site. And the problem is our systems are such that these laptops, these IT assets, and other tools cannot be taken back home. You have to have at a secure location because the server is there. The whole challenge was how do we make them operational? How do we work remotely to have continuity in our processes? And these are continuous processes. You cannot have disruptions in the processes. So this is where I think the whole company woke up to this challenge globally. I think we leveraged a lot of our IT capabilities. We invested in IT capabilities. We invested in tools and technologies to make sure that we were up and running. We worked with the government because a lot of these licenses that we get from the government is also online. And in this case, even the government was not literally functioning for a few months online. They were offline, they were working, but online, the approvals, the licenses granting was not happening. And that's when we were really challenged. And I think it took us about 3 or 4 months to get the whole machinery up and running. It was a great learning for us. And we've been working with the government to kind of, from a policy standpoint, make sure that at least this industry is categorized as an essential industry. But it was a learning for us. It was a learning for us. It was greatly satisfying also to the fact that within 3 to 4 months, we could get the entire workforce to work remotely in spite of challenges from government of US because the restrictions are there. As I said, these are ITAR controlled manufacturing processes. The servers need to be at a particular place. So we had to relocate and work all those challenges through the regulatory regimes of both US as well as India. Uh, so it was a nightmare, but it was a learning experience for all of us. And hopefully by Q1 2021, once flying starts, and it has started already, business will pick up, and we would be able to get back to uh, the normal, I guess, the new normal.